Welcome to Ephesus, one of the most important cities of the ancient world and a major center of early Christianity. This city, once filled with believers who were passionately following Christ, later received a sobering rebuke in Revelation chapter 2. They had lost their first love. How did this happen? And what can we learn from their story today? Ephesus was a city where Paul ministered for 3 years. He poured his heart into this church, teaching them about unity, love, and growing in faith. He wrote to them in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 17 and 19, that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the width, the length, and the depth and height, to know the love of Christ, which passes all knowledge. Paul's message was clear. Love must be the foundation of everything. He wanted his church to know Christ deeply, to reflect his love to others, and to stand firm in faith. And yet, just a few decades later, something changed. In Revelation 2, Jesus speaks directly to this church saying, "Nevertheless, I have this against you, that you have left your first love. Remember therefore from where you were fallen, repent and do the first work, or else I will come unto you quickly and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent." The same church that once thrived in love and faithfulness had drifted. They had sound doctrine, they worked hard, they endured, but their love for Christ had grown cold. The warning was clear. If love is missing, even the strongest church is in danger. Jesus gave them the solution: remember, repent, and return. First, they needed to remember where they had fallen and what changed. Had their faith become just a routine? Then they were to repent, to acknowledge their distance from God and seek renewal. Finally, they were to return to their first works, to rekindle the passion that they once had for Christ. This message isn't just for the believers in Ephesus, it's for us today. How often do we find ourselves going through the motions of faith, but without the passion we once had? Jesus calls us back, not to rules or duty, but to a living, loving relationship with Him. The message to Ephesus reminds us that it's not enough to have right beliefs, right works, or right reputation. If love for Christ is missing, we're missing everything. Jesus doesn't just want us to follow Him, He wants us to love Him with all our hearts. Have you lost your first love? If so, Jesus is calling you to remember, repent, and return. If you feel like your relationship with Jesus has grown cold, I want to help you. Rekindle that first love today. I'm offering you a free book, Finding Messiah, Connecting with the Divine. This book will help you rediscover the joy of knowing Christ. If you check the description below, you'll find a link. You can click it and claim your free copy and take the next step in your faith experiment. and I'll see you on the next episode, From Egypt to Eternity.